Ladies and gentlemen, today is a monumental day in the history of the Steamship Shieldhall. As you at home know, Shieldhall is only able to sail thanks to the monumental effort of her many, many volunteers, all of whom are here because, well, we want to be here, because we believe in preserving the Steamship Shieldhall and the history that she stands for. Well, today, our efforts have been officially recognised by the highest authority in the land. Ladies and gentlemen, today, the 14th of November 2024, we on board the Steamship Shieldhall are proud to publicly announce that we have been presented with the King's Award for Voluntary Service. This award, which is the equivalent of an MBE, is only presented to organisations that are not only run predominantly by volunteers, but that also give a specific or direct benefit to the local community. To give you an idea of how rare this award is, think of the countless organisations run by volunteers across the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. However, at the time of recording this video, less than 4,000 of the King's Award for Voluntary Service have been presented. There are some volunteer organisations out there that have the honour of holding this award too and may sound familiar to you at home, such as the internationally recognised British Red Cross or the much beloved, closer to home, RNLI. However, there are some organisations that aren't so well known nationally and internationally but are still very worthy of holding the award, such as Switchboard UK and Muslim Hands. But in order to tell us more about the award, we need to meet the man without whom we would not have been presented with this award. Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Stevens is one of our dedicated volunteers, board members, and the man we have to thank on board for this award being presented to the charity. Phil, thank you for meeting with me today.
Thank you.
So Phil, having spearheaded this entire project, how does it make you feel to know that we've been presented with this award?
Incredibly proud and humble, but it's all down to all the hard work that our wonderful volunteers put into this ship.
And when did you start working on this?
Well, it all started back in June 2023 when I had an email from the Deputy Lieutenant of Hampshire asking if he thought we would like to go for the award. We said we would, and it took a long 17 months of hard work to get where we are today, but it's paid off.
Following on from that email, what was the process from that point? What did you have to do and tell them about?
Well, the first thing we did was look at what was involved. There's quite a complex but limited application form to fill in for a nomination. For instance, we had to be able to say how wonderful our volunteers were in 50 words. So it's quite difficult, and explain what we do on the ship. But also I had to put in there the things we do for the community, working with the police, working with the local fire brigade and ambulance service for training, the educational things we do for young carers and for young cadets. And I also then had to find someone to act as the lead nominator for the award, which we did, William Shipping, which we're very grateful to them for that. And letters of support, and again we got letters of support from Southampton ship owners and the Hampshire and Isle of Wight police, who use us regularly for training.
So once you'd sent off all this information, what happened after that?
Well, the Deputy Lord Lieutenant visited the ship, interviewed a number of volunteers. We had to demonstrate obviously the diversity of our volunteers. It's not a men-only club. We have many female volunteers. We have youngsters who are under the age of 18 who are volunteering, doing their cadetships, that kind of thing. And he wanted to interview all those people to see what they were getting from it. And as it happens, the day he visited, again, the police were on board doing firearms training, so he could interview them as well about what Shieldhall does for them.
When it comes to Shieldhall, are we the first steamship to hang on to this award?
We're not the first, we're the second. The first ship was the steam tug Kern, based up in Merseyside, and that won the award when it was the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service. So technically we're the first to win the King's Award, but the award changed obviously when Her Majesty passed, and so steam tug Kern were the first, we're the second.
What comes next? What's next for us now that we've been presented with this award?
Technically we're not presented with it until the Lord Lieutenant visits us and hands us over the award crystal and a certificate to show that we've gained the award. He will do that sometime between now and say February and early in 2025. But in the meantime, we can obviously advertise the fact that we've gained the award and start using that to help get donations and grants and things like that to help keep this beautiful old ship going.
Is there anyone that you'd like to thank for helping us receive this award?
Obviously, the very first people I'd like to thank are the volunteers, the wonderful volunteers who put in over 30,000 man-hours of volunteering on this ship every year. Which is an incredible amount of time. So my thanks go to them first. But obviously I must give special thanks to Williams Shipping, who nominated us, to Southampton Ship Owners Club, who wrote a letter of support. Likewise, Hampshire and Isle of Wight Police, who wrote letters of support. But also all the other companies and individuals that have supported us as we've gone through this process. And some of them have been from other sides of the world. There was a lady author from Perth, Australia, who used us for research, and she wrote a letter of support. The Ocean Globe race, which started in Southampton in 2023, they wrote a letter of support when they were in Auckland in New Zealand. So truly international group of people have supported us through this process, and we're very grateful to them all.
Well, Phil, I know I can speak on behalf of the entire charity when I say thank you so much for all the hard work that you've done when it comes to getting us one of the most prestigious awards a voluntary charity can ask for. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you. And thanks to everybody who supported us.
Ladies and gentlemen, this award is not only recognition, but it is also inspiration, not just for our volunteers now, but also for our volunteers in the future. This award is not lightly earned, and it will galvanise us to keep working hard and preserving Shieldhall for many generations to come. As the Shieldhall sails into 2025 and her 70th birthday year, we look forward to welcoming our guests back on board, where they can chat with our crew, they can find out what sort of maintenance has happened over the winter, and they can find out the sort of preservation that has taken place over the course of Shieldhall's lifetime. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and we hope to welcome you back on board in 2025. See you soon.